back to another episode of the session. Let me get my shot.
Yeah, you might.
What it? I mean, I know, right? Yeah, welcome back. Today, interview the homie Ahard. What's going on? Introduce yourself.
What up? Ahard of the Byrdhouse Collective. Yeah, just, you know.
So what made you come up with that, man? What brought that, first the name. What brought the name about?
Well, as cliche as it may seem, I was looking for leadership and I joined a group and they had me do a vision board. And a lot of good ideas came from that, and ultimately I was saying, like, you know, I have a place, the Byrdhouse, you know, it made more sense as a place.
Yeah.
But, you know, it make even more sense as a brand now, so.
I could dig that. It makes sense.
Yep. So I just got to thinking about, you know, where the future was going, and ever since I put the vision board together, I couldn't not
It kind of like
contribute.
stood out in your face.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I got to do.
Wow, this is my potential, you know. So it was, even when I'm trying to go be free, or you got to work towards this.
Oh, definitely. You got to have that little piece of something, bro. That solidarity of mind, like boom, it's right there. You know what I mean? Something that you work to. That's what's up. I mean, what's the motivator though to do what you do? Like, explain to the people what you do in Byrdhouse.
Well, I guess the simple answer is we make custom shirts. But the complex answer is we work with businesses. So we like to have a business meeting, much like when I called you.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, and it was just like, you know, what can we do to help y'all out? Because my business is to help your business.
Which, just to be fair, this is the man who did the Kings Never Bow t-shirt from the last episode. So if you haven't seen it, I'll keep them here. You know what I mean? They don't sell. But he did quality work, very dope, very stylish. I mean, and I'm happy with it. So, you know, to me, I think it's a great business idea, especially doing it for small businesses with small businesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ultimately, like, I had to analyze what was going on in just the American landscape. You know, and us talking about reparations and stimulus check. How many people utilize their stimulus checks in a valuable way?
Right. The prayer is that a lot of people did, but we know for a fact a lot of people did.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was people that saw the writing on the wall. They was like, I'm about to invest this, I'm about to whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it was niggas buying Gucci.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Hey, it was a lot of cats, man, that I know they had no money.
Yeah.
I know had McDonald's-style jobs or that pay structure that they ride. I mean, they got three-wheel little scooters now. They got Cardis. They got Jordans. All kind of stuff that they never had before. And I know now that it came from stimuluses and unemployment.
Man, that unemployment.
The unemployment was a fool. And I ain't gonna lie, I was in the dark.
Okay.
Because I'm a small business owner.
Yeah.
So what they was offering us was just a PPP, and then our unemployment opportunity is still in the air.
Yeah.
You know, it's people with, you know, a gig job that will never see unemployment.
Yeah.
You know, but work, file taxes, and all that. So it was a complete shock to me that people was getting that much money every week.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know, you want to empower those who will. I mean, that's the whole democratic process.
Definitely.
You empower people who aren't going to do much for themselves. They'll be dependent on the government.
Exactly. So,
yeah, you created a whole bunch of fans. You know, vote for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the saddest part because you bought them.
Yeah, I mean, but that's America. You know, it's sad, but again, like,
it's America. No, it's the
Yeah.
system, man.
Yeah.
And our last episode touched on that, where people don't want to face the realities. They want to
Right.
make up a landscape or an economy that don't exist.
ignorance is bliss.
Very much so, when it comes, especially when it comes to cash. If
Yeah.
I could say that there's people out there making all this money, and that's okay for them, but I'm broke, and when I get a little bit of money, now everything is okay, you're crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I was younger, I always thought they get money, I need to get money.
Yeah.
Simple as that. There wasn't no
And that's how they
excuses, none of that. Yeah, like I don't know. I think they just talked about they got another stimulus package.
Well, they always, I'm always hearing a rumor. I'm trying to get cashed out though.
I want my check too. I want my check.
I'm not here for the talk. What's the date?
But I mean, then again, it's still our money anyway.
It's definitely our money. But one thing about that, it's our money, and then it's like they do whatever they want with money. Like, what's our debt? What's our debt, bro? Like, and we
some
be
odd
acting
$1 trillion.
Trillions. So your little 100,000, don't sweat it. Yeah, but we have a way of being like, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like, dog, they print money. Like, they in debt, and they gave everybody, unemployment, stimulus. So don't...
It's a balance, bro, that they try to scare you with. They try to scare you with these numbers and make it seem like it's always a critical mass.
Absolutely. You can manipulate someone in fear a lot easier than the strong person.
Very much so. Especially when you take out the variable of common sense.
Yeah.
If I tell you we in a $30 trillion deficit, but I don't tell you who and how and why. I just told you we were in this deficit and that your tax dollars were important. But as a person making, let's say, $250,000, $400,000, I ain't paid taxes in forever.
Yeah.
Who am I really talking to? You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest with you, I don't think nobody really is that stupid. But because people get scared and they don't understand the tax code, they don't understand how government spends their money or how government develops the money. Like you said, they printed off I think it was $3 billion under Trump's call. And we knew they said, it was going to weaken the dollar. They said that under Bush's administration and Obama's administration. We can't print off more money because we're just going to stockpile gold because then that'll make our worth go up. But look what that did. We ain't even got the most gold. Russia got more gold than we do.
Yeah.
So, all you did was run up the value for them.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, you made Russia so much more rich.
Well, our president does have a relationship with Russia.
That is true. That is his blood cousin. You slice your hand and shit. Bam, high five. I believe that's how they got down, bro.
I mean, his wife is Russian,
His
right?
wife is Russian.
Okay, so.
But is she, though? You know what I'm saying? Is she?
Hey, she just needs citizenship, right?
Is this a green card?
What type of game we playing?
Was this a green card situation?
Hey,
I think so.
She doesn't look like she's happy, but
her work visa is around Trump's name.
Yeah,
that's
it's definitely on that bill. Okay,
so now with that, let's get back to the interview because I think it's important too because I think we need more small business owners who think outside the box and who have that type of content on their mind. You know what I mean? Because I feel like too many small business owners, especially in the Midwest, we get carried away with ego, and we start saying, "Well, I'm successful this month, so the next month I'm going on a trip,
right?
And then 2 months from now, I'm out of business."
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you had a good couple months.
You had a good run, right? No, like not in my book. I feel like it's better if we have conscious-minded entrepreneurs.
Absolutely, but also I feel like we need to have a fabric and we need to have a motivation, because I hear a lot of complaints about jobs and working, and it's like, well, you have a choice. I know that you've been manipulated to believe that you can only get a job.
Fair.
But
this has been a trend among it's funny because you said you didn't hear the last episode, right?
No, I haven't.
That was one of the topics of the last episode.
Okay.
Create your own way of getting your own money. Because you definitely know it ain't gonna. Nobody's gonna how I'm gonna hire you when they just told me I have to cut my eyelids. How am I gonna look for a new waiter, waitress, cook, chef, DJ, whatever I need if I can't pay you?
Talk about it.
So
maybe I get that unemployment.
And then I have to split it with you?
Yeah.
No. Negatron. But that right there, you've said it, parents have said it, they come into the shop. Plenty of people have came to me and been like, I don't even want to tell my son to go get a job.
Yeah.
or he work on cars, we just gonna open the shop.
That's
Stuff
what,
like that, like because they realize there's no gainful employment out here like that, unless you're working for Amazon, because they always crack.
Yeah.
You know, but then you might as well do any UPS or something. You might as well do whatever you have to do at that point.
Yeah.
But I feel your better option is to start your own.
Absolutely. Like we need that. Like people don't understand. Like we talk about everything that's been done to us, but we're not. The only way to fight back is to have a business. You know, it's to generate revenue. It's to be able to build our community up to the point where we take care of each other. We'll need you.
And you create a value for yourself.
Absolutely. The empowerment I got from starting my business and also putting my kid through high school, it was like none else makes none else matters.
You did the hardest two things for an American to get through.
I can go make money. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You can do what you want. But guess what? I got kids at the crib, so guess what? Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
The motivator is always there when you got kids. When you got a tribe to look after, fam. Come on, dog. I said it all the time, bro. I'll burn your city down for my tribe.
Okay. Yeah.
I do what I gotta do. I'll take a hammer and destroy your building just because.
Yeah, straight up.
But I use that as my motivating factor to do well. You know, to try to do well at least. Where I can say this too. The motivating factors have changed over the generations. And I think that's what led to a lot of millennials, Generation Zs and Ys to become complacent. Because our parents and grandparents' generation almost had to create because they were limited in their options. Not everybody could go work at a factory. There wasn't too many tech giants and hospitals weren't hiring like they're hiring right now.
Affirmative action, they only getting you a couple spots.
Exactly. It was about three if you had a workforce of 100, you had 3 availability.
There you go.
So I personally look at it in the stance of, with all these open doors for the workforce now, your kids, your grandkids that was being raised back then, they don't think I need to have a trade or a craft that I can sell. They just think I have a good resume. Mm-hmm. You know, let me have a good resume, a good work history, and a good education. But 10 years ago, I was preparing for a deployment. It was like 12 years ago then. So preparing for deployment, I was working with a nuclear physicist at a beer making factory, bro. We made small batches of beer and flavored it for other companies to send, like they would send out batches and then we would just flavor it in our reactors and send it back. It was a temp job. This man was a nuclear physicist. He drove from Virginia to drive to Kenosha because this was the only job he could get with his degree. And he would come to work every day. I was like, I hate this. I should be doing much more with my life.
Yikes, that's American.
But that was America, and that's what sent me down a path of I gotta better my trade, man. I gotta sharpen my stick when it comes to this craft because, dude, if that dude is, and who knows how much debt he's in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's the killer when it comes to that education. You accrue all this debt with no safety net, besides the information that they gave you behind the debt. Like an art student or art major. Shouldn't he have his own fashion line? Or shouldn't they have something behind it to be able to pay themselves? Most of them don't. Most of them try to become teachers.
The art.
History majors, same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it still costs $64,000.
Yeah.
$30,000. Like, you paying all this money, bro, and there's no job for you. Yeah. You need to have your own. You need to have your own. Like, to me, teach our kids to create their own from the get-go. Instead of working, don't go get a degree for a Fortune 500 company. Get the degree to create a Fortune 500 company.
Okay, so we talking about the school system?
You can go there if you want to.
Because, you know, I mean, like, you gotta let the kids know because our educational system, we was 15th and 16th in math and science in 2008, like, yeah, so.
Yeah, bro. And then reminded that we're actually, I think, falling away from it.
No, absolutely. We haven't gotten better in education, I wouldn't say. But we accept it, you know. And you know, it's just like, oh, well, we're gonna pick up that. It's like, no, I ended up paying for the oldest one to go to private school. Because her middle school, they was giving out books cracked down the middle, like, and some books were online. So it's like, oh, y'all just whatever.
You just don't want to get new books.
Or I mean, you might have a limited budget. I don't know, but we not gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like we take care of things. So I don't know what y'all problem is. So I paid for her to go to a good private school, but it was like, in doing all that, it was good, but you got to teach your kid. Like,
you finna supposed to move, right? So you finna go to town?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to Houston this year, and that's a tragedy in itself. So
I've never been to Houston. What is Houston like?
You heard Chop and Screw music?
Yeah. Well, see, this thing, Arkansas is they're a mini Texas.
Okay.
So
I've never been to Arkansas. Yeah, I've never been to Arkansas.
Yeah, I have family in Texas, but that's like the two places where most of my family is.
Okay. Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff.
Okay. Yeah. Good guess, right?
Yeah, everybody's from Pine Bluff, bro.
Okay.
Like, that's the funniest part about Milwaukee. I probably met at least 10 people, families from Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I don't have any family in Arkansas, but I hear Pine Bluff every time. It seems like.
Man, shout out Pine Bluff. They going crazy too. They got, bro. If you only knew how bad crime really is.
Yeah.
Like, people really think it's bad here.
I mean, but I feel like that's more of that's a lower economic.
It's a per capita thing. You know, they have so many people crowded in one spot, in one area of town. So you basically compiled all the hood dudes in one hood.
Yeah. Oh, they did. Oh, it worked to perfection.
They did. Man. Yeah. They just basically funneled you in, and because you still gonna work, you know, or you gonna move to Little Rock.
Okay. Hey.
like that's your option.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Pick your poison. You go move to Hot Springs, Little Rock, but you gotta have money.
Yeah.
And if you ain't have money in Pine Bluff already, guess what?
Yeah.
Tough break. You gonna end up in Milwaukee.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, you got family up here.
You got family up here. They'll let you sleep on the couch. Mm-hmm. But nah, Texas, like, I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Houston. I've been to El Paso.
Okay.
I went there for training though, with the Army, and they let us kick it for like a week.
Yeah.
You know? And that was cool.
That's a long time.
No, I was there for months.
Yeah.
I was there for like a month and a half.
I figured
training, but they gave us a free. They gave us a free week just to kick it. So yeah, and I liked it. but the weather, fam, I can't rock. I can't rock with the weather.
Okay.
And the drivers, bro. What is like?
Oh yeah.
Just because you got a pickup truck with big stupid tires does not mean you're a monster truck.
Well,
you know, I'm just saying that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Like, I could be wrong.
I feel you. No, they rolling big.
They roll big, but they're just like don't care, bro.
I feel like they collectively don't
as
care.
A whole,
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't like Florida. They got some crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
To where you'll see some wild stuff and you just drive. Texas, I felt like I had to get crazy to fit in.
Match some crazy.
Bro, we was on this road that led us to New Mexico. We was going to it was a lake, a butte. We had to do 100 miles an hour, bro. It was minivans doing 90, bro.
Yeah.
I thought the speed limit was 70.
Yeah. Was it 70?
Nah, bro. It was 70. It was legally.
Oh.
Legally 70. Okay. Definitely not socially. Socially,
give or take.
We doing a buck.
You're not.
We doing a buck. And I've seen this because Arkansas the same way.
Yeah. Arkansas
on the street. The street.
Oh.
2 lanes.
Okay.
I don't know the speed limit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know in Houston, like they got that. They got a big highway, and that must go all the way around town. You know, so you pretty much gonna hop on.
Oh yeah. I think majority of their little metropolises is what I call them. They're built that way because Arkansas. Even Arkansas, Pine Bluff's built that way. It's highways that go around.
Yeah, that's how I knew Milwaukee just wasn't quite. It's not. I don't think it's.
We're missing one highway.
Yeah, we missing one.
We're missing.
That's the difference.
Hey, I definitely agree. We are missing one highway. Brown Deer Road should be a highway.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
I mean, but it's already a suburb, so they're not going to build a highway.
They're definitely not going to do that. They're definitely not. But to get,
I get it.
Man, and that's one of the drawbacks.
Fire though.
It would be because that's one of the motivating factors why I would never move to Brown Deer. Because the traffic to drive all the way through town. In wintertime, bro, wintertime. Imagine you work in Germantown. Or not Germantown, like Hartford, right? West. Southwest.
Okay.
And then you have to drive all the way to, I'm just saying, you have to drive all the way to like 60th and Brown Deer.
I mean, but you're a white man, clearly, right? Or
it's
a white. You're a Caucasian.
Other people.
You work in Hartford, and then you live in
There's factories in Hartford, though.
I mean, it definitely is, but I mean, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, unless so.
Because I mean, I don't even want to say Hartford because I know a guy who lives on 10th and Campbell.
Yeah.
And he worked in Hartford. I know. That's how I felt about it. Like, bro.
But at least you could hop on the, where you could hop on?
Capital. Capital will take you straight out.
Oh, yeah, you can go up. Yeah, you can go up and around, but I was like, is it? Because I stay off Village, so I can go up Grand Tulsa
and get to the highway.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand. That's why I said, like, it's crazy because there's a lot of black folks that moved out of Brown Deer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I agree that it's cool because we need that presence. Mm-hmm. It's just like Tulsa. You know, I don't like a lot of stuff that Tulsa holds as far as what they do, but you know, you still need a black presence there as far as live residents.
Absolutely.
But it's just crazy because to me, Tulsa is the perfect area to live. It's right off all the highways.
Yeah, it's really good to stay off over there in that area.
And because I worked in Brown Deer, I worked at Fox Point and lived off 68th State, and it took me 12 minutes to get to work some days.
Yeah,
smooth because the on ramp right there.
Yeah, straight up.
But you know, the racism was ridiculous.
But yeah,
the racism.
That's
you gotta be willing to take the racism to withstand those areas. Which I'm getting to that point where I can't. I'm too old.
No, but we also shouldn't be. Like, we have a song, J. Cole, My Neighbors Think I'm Selling Dope. You know, they built the suburbs for a reason.
Oh, definitely.
So they can get away from your ass.
But they still want you
uncomfortable.
Exactly. They still want you to work for them, though.
Of course.
Make some money for me and let me pay you minimum wage.
Exactly. That's what's comfortable to them. Okay, but don't live next to me. Yeah. That's not what that's for.
They hate that.
But yeah, you know, but to be fair, they've been conditioned to fear that. Like, there's like
definitely, because you know what's funny? People ask people with privilege all the time to not accept the privilege. You ask people to be mad about police officers not killing them. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't mad that cops are going crazy, doing this and doing that, because it's black people mad. That's why they're not too mad about it.
Yeah.
But imagine if we said, hey, listen, we don't want the cop to kill you or your son because your son on drugs and he got a sword, right?
Yeah.
See, they don't kill them. They arrest them.
Yeah.
Now imagine if they got killed.
Or they do. I mean, sometimes
they do get killed. Yeah, sometimes they do get killed. Lately, I think cops have been being more unbiased about the issue.
Okay.
They're just getting lazy. And they just hop out the car.
They're probably a lot more scared. Like,
yeah, it's a heightened on both sides situation, but my whole thing is you have the power to de-escalate because you're the one with the gun.
Do you have the training? or are you trained to escalate so that you can...
Being a guy who was in the military and was military police,
okay,
you have common sense. I would not become I'm going to say this, and this is why I don't feel the same way a lot of people do.
Okay.
I would not become a correctional officer.
Okay.
Because my time as military police has taught me I don't like telling grown men common sense stuff.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, drink water, wash your clothes or wash yourself, whatever. Because this is what your job is. What you got to do.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, so I didn't want to be a cop because I knew I wouldn't have patience for simple stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you assaulted your mom. I'm not gonna go by the book and just arrest you and do that.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you finna get 5 minutes with your mom in the room with cuffed up.
Yeah.
Because you need to understand respect and that just because you're stronger than her, it's not cool to put your hands on her. That's how I knew I would think. So why would I become a cop?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't saying we don't need cops. We do need level-headed people. But we also don't need people like me who just sometimes don't care about situations to become cops. And we are allowing them to become cops. No background check, no psychological check, and no training.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I went and got some, training and they like, bro, don't do that. And I got it, cool. You know what? I would become a cop. But they don't even offer it. They ain't even offering it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just being reasonable by saying I'm not going to put myself in a position, which I know I'm qualified for, to do some harm.
Yeah, I mean, and we appreciate that as a,
you know what I mean? Like Mike Tyson
society.
said, I take the Zol off to keep from killing y'all.
Right. I mean, you should do that, and that's a very, we appreciate that.
Thank you, bro.
It's a very practical conclusion to come to. But some people, they see a badge, they see honor, they see things they couldn't get on their own, or they see a role model,
I think they do. Yeah, they see they see themselves as improving themselves.
Right.
And I get it because, like I said,
it's
and look,
prestigious.
It's a to me, it's on the level of being in the military. It's not a job everybody qualifies for or is able to do. You know what I'm saying? People apply every day that don't get hired to the body, by both entities.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there's people who are perfect fits for both because they intermingle with each other. Cops want to be soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That's why they want to wear the gear. That's why they want the big crazy vehicles. Soldiers don't want to be nothing but left alone most times. And that's what I hate that cops don't get. It's going to turn you into that person where you're no longer a people-minded person. It took me years to become a people-minded person again.
Yeah, I've noticed the conditioning that goes in, in the military and not even, in a malicious way. It's just, the interaction with people. Because I know that you have to go off and, do your duty and come back here and just see people just not giving a shit. Just
free people. Free people.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. A cop is still a free person. Mm-hmm. Right? They are attached to me. And the reason why I say it this way is because my mom worked for the county for 30 years, right? She is an employee of the state. She's a part of the state, right? Like an IRS agent or revenue agent. Mm-hmm. IRS is federal. He's a federal agent, not property of the federal government. A soldier is property of the federal government or the state's government if they're National Guard.
Okay.
So the difference is, I wasn't a citizen. I wasn't like you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a job. Yeah. I had all that shit. But at any moment, they could call my job and be like, "Hey, he on shift right now? Yeah, you want to talk to him? No, let him go. Tell him he got to go meet us at this armory or this place, and we out of here." Yeah. And they have no choice. There ain't nobody that can call my mom's and be like, "Hey, you on vacation? Come back right now." You know what I'm saying? Because she's just an employee. Yeah. That's the same with an officer. Bro, you cannot train yourself to think like you are not a part of the civilians that you serve. Because we didn't patrol the streets. We didn't patrol Iraq, Afghanistan, Bosnia, Baghdad, all kind of other places that required a mindset of war.
Mm-hmm.
You're not at war with your citizens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's
right.
why I don't think it's okay for them to militarize police. In my opinion, it's just not smart.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not the military.
You're a man, you clock out, or a woman, you clock out,
Yeah.
you go do your job, you'll have your families. Your family is going to be the unforeseen consequence of your actions. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel the unforeseen consequences of your actions. And that's why I think it puts police officers in a bad place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like my sister, she's a cop. But if she did something, made a mistake, took it too far, shot somebody that shouldn't have got shot, her kids go to school, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who gonna protect them? You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about what is being done to them. And I don't blame the cop. I feel it's a great job. It's for you to want to be a police. I want my daughter to be a police officer, but I want them to have better training, just like I want my kids in school to have better resources.
Yeah.
You know, but they spend the money on MREPs. How you can't, bro? You got millions of dollars for vehicles, but not $100,000 to give a fucking therapist.
I mean, but we spend money on what, like weapons and
America.
yeah,
America.
yeah, dog. But that's a very dope and very seldom heard point of view. You know, the military point of view in this environment.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's not healthy for them, because you're not a peacekeeper at that point.
yeah, and it's like the state is using you, you know, to combat your own people.
Thank you.
So at this point, I really look at it like, how can you be a cop? How can you Blue Lives Matter? Blue lives don't exist. And that it took a long time for that to like catch on or be
manifest for people to think about
that
it.
myth to be dispelled.
But it's crazy because the police, dog,
That's what they do, though.
They perpetuate it and adopt it, and then they let you think. You say it enough times, you believe it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, you use Blue Lives Matter to counteract Black Lives Matter, because you can't say White Lives Matter.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I can think, because we're not like a cop. If you're a black officer saying Blue Lives Matter, you're not thinking, what are you saying? Like, that's not a person. There's no blue people on Earth.
You could just not be that anymore.
What if y'all change our colors? What if today, right? Because what if they were like, we want a friendlier look, we're going to go with green.
Yeah.
We're going to go with yellow and white. Or they go like England. Black pants, white shirt with a vest.
Yeah.
Other countries, matter of fact, fucking LA is brown. Brown and tan. They don't even wear blue.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about the Mounties, bro? They're not blue.
Yeah.
Sheriff's Department, they never blue. They're always like brown or tan.
Where y'all at Mounties Department?
You know what I'm saying? Who hollering at them?
Yeah.
What about the red and black lives, bro?
They're disrespecting y'all like this,
bro.
Man.
What about
How
red and black lives, bro?
Come down here and talk to these people.
Rocky, bro. We need Rocky.
Straight up.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up, Doctor. We can definitely do this all night. But I appreciate you for coming through. Man, you gotta come back. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, dog. We need to talk. We need to do several business talks about.
Definitely,
it,
definitely. We need to do like a segment, like what's them called? Not chapters, but classes. We can end up doing classes.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people. It's funny. This is not being taught in school.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? It's conversations that are being had, but why isn't this being taught?
And that's the change that we need to. That's what I do in front of my kids. Like, I probably compliment them more to other people while they're there than I actually do to them, because it's like, you know, stuff we gotta promote, and you know,
it's the boost that they need. You know what I mean? Like, I remember as a kid that being a session my mom and her friends talking about the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the kids embarrassingly in front of each other. Oh yeah, he's so cute. He doing this. He playing football. He doing that. He built a computer. He blah blah blah. And I'll be like, why you telling me my business?
Right. Like, what is this?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like,
but nowadays, that's what they do with status.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you create the status and put the photo up with your kid and tell them, oh, blah, blah, blah. Guess what, bro? We got that firsthand. We got that word of mouth to people.
We got to make sure we keep that word of mouth because it's things that get missed in that social media.
And emotions that aren't generated. You're not teaching your kids to feel humble or to feel genuinely good about themselves. You know, I think that's what leads people to want to impress other people.
Yeah, I mean, it feel good
with just a look instead of action.
I mean, it feel good if you can get somebody is like, I like that. That feel good. If you could just go and manufacture that, you might spend your whole life doing that.
That's what crack had to do.
Shout out to crack. Facebook.
All right, y'all. This wraps up another episode of the session. Again, y'all, partake in whatever you like. Make sure it's legit and legal. But every day you should have at least one session. Just chill, relax, do you. All right, y'all. Peace.